Hi guys, it's Leesha J and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Today's video is a collaboration with Kelly from Freedom in a Budget, along with lots of other awesome YouTubers. I do want to especially thank Kelly from Freedom in a Budget for hosting this collab and for inviting me to join them. Now there are several other awesome YouTubers that are doing this video today. Wendy Valencia, Sarah from Budget Girl, Chit Chat Paddywhack, Julie from Living Large on Lifetime. Now all these channels are either budget channels or Weight Watcher channels, and we're all sharing a fall inspired crockpot recipe today. So if you're in the mood for more crockpot recipes and more fall inspired comfort food, head down to the description box. I will have them all linked down below so you can easily visit their channels and check out their video from today. So let's go ahead and jump into what recipe I'm sharing with you all today. I am sharing a crockpot potato soup recipe. This is a recipe that my mom has been making since I was a kid. Now she claims that it was a Weight Watcher recipe way back in the day, like before Points Plus and everything. She did Weight Watchers when I was a small kid. But she said it was a Weight Watcher recipe that she kind of made some adjustments to, and now it's become kind of like a family recipe. So it's just one that we always use, and it's super delicious. Everyone loves it. Super simple and easy and quick to make in the crock pot as well. Now alongside that potato soup, I'm actually going to be sharing a recipe for some hot ham and cheese sliders as well. They are so good, and I'm very excited for you all to give these a try. Let's go ahead and jump into the recipe, and I will show you guys how to get this started. Now I do want to mention quickly that this is a vegetarian friendly recipe. The only thing I'll be using that would not be vegetarian is chicken broth. You could easily substitute that for vegetable stock and have, you know, a vegetarian recipe no problem. Along with these sliders, they obviously have ham in them, but if you wanted to omit the ham and just put like provolone cheese along with some mozzarella or something like that, you can make a super delicious and decadent grilled cheese slider that would be vegetarian as well. So I definitely wanted to let you guys know that this is a vegetarian friendly recipe. So if I do have any vegetarian friends out there, I hope you guys can try this and enjoy it as well. Alright guys, so this is what we're going to need for this recipe. First of all, you'll need 1 2-pound bag of hash browns. You can use the cubed kind or the shredded. I've had it with both. I mean, they're both really good. I think these like southern hash browns may be a little bit better, but it's really just your preference. 1 medium-sized onion. We're going to use some chopped up celery and chopped up carrots. I already had some chopped up and frozen, but you can use them fresh, of course. I'm going to use about half a cup of each. About 1 tablespoon of parsley flakes, 2 cartons of chicken broth, so 64 ounces in total, and then 2 packets of this country gravy mix. Now mine is 2.75 ounces and I use 2 packets. I get these at Aldi. It's the only size they have, but you might have to get like 1 larger pack or something like that if you're shopping at a different store, so just keep that in mind. But I'm going to go ahead and get started combining this and kind of show you guys the steps. This is a super simple recipe. The first thing that I'm going to do is combine all of the chicken broth with the country gravy mix. So I'm just going to pour all the chicken broth in first. Alright, now that the chicken broth is in, I'm going to go ahead and start putting the country gravy in, and I'm going to whisk that together to get it good and combined. That's an important step because you don't want it to end up lumpy. So I'm going to pour this in and then whisk it together before I add any of the other ingredients. Okay, so I've got the broth and gravy mix combined. Now I'm going to go ahead and dump in my entire bag of potatoes. These are a little bunched together, as you can see, out of the freezer. It really doesn't matter. They'll break up when cooking, but now I'm going to go ahead and add my parsley flakes. I don't do an exact measurement. I just get what looks like 1 or 2 tablespoons and put that in. And then I'm going to go ahead with my vegetables. I've got a little 1/4 cup measuring cup here. I'm just going to put 2 of those in. It really doesn't matter. It depends on how many vegetables you want personally. Honestly, I just have a few left. I'm going to go ahead and put those in too. So probably more like 3/4 a cup. And then I've got my carrots. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do 3/4 a cup for both. Alright, now I'm going to chop up my onion and add it. Alright, I'm just dumping in my onions here. Alright. Now for my last step, I'm just going to go ahead and stir all of this together. I'm going to stir mine in a couple hours after it gets started heating up because my potatoes are in a big clump, some of them. So I'm going to stir it in a couple of hours. Alright, that's it. In this clip, you'll see me setting the crock pot on low for 4 hours. That's not enough time. I don't know what I was thinking, but your vegetables will still be hard if you do that. So make sure to cook it on high for 4 hours or low for about 6 hours. So I just wanted to correct that. So it's been cooking for 3 hours and I came back to check on it. Everything's broken up and it smells delicious. I'll be back to check in another hour. So I'm going to be using these Sam's Choice sweet Hawaiian rolls. I'm running low on cheese, so I'm only going to do 6 sandwiches tonight. So I'm going to be using half a pack of these, some Black Forest ham from Aldi, and this Sargento ultra thin provolone cheese. So the first thing I'm going to do here is take 6 of my Hawaiian rolls and I'm going to put them in a greased 8x8 pan. You can do this in a 9x13 if you're doing the whole package of rolls, so all 12 of them. That's what I usually do. But I'm going to go ahead and slice these in half, and I'll show you that. So I'm just going to take these and just start slicing them in half with a serrated edge knife. This is kind of difficult, but they don't have to be perfect. I'm going to do it the rest of the way off camera. Okay, so I've measured out 4.5 ounces of this ham, and I'm just going to lay it evenly as possible over the top of this bottom half of my rolls. Okay, so I've got my ham on there. Now I'm going to put on my cheese. This is the Sargento ultra thin provolone cheese. I'm going to be using 4 slices of this cheese. Now this cheese is so difficult to pry apart because it's so thin it breaks. So just do the best you can, but it's really difficult. They should have a better system for this cheese. But anyway, so just lay it evenly as evenly as possible anyway. Well, actually when I did it on camera, these are coming apart more easily than usual. Well, I shouldn't speak so soon. Let's see. Alright, so they're apart. They will be overlapping some, of course, but now I've got the cheese on. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the tops of my buns, and now I'm going to start making the topping. So the first thing I'm going to do for the topping is take a tablespoon of this Country Crock light butter, and I'm going to put it in my bowl, and then I'm going to go ahead and melt it in the microwave. Now that the butter is melted, I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of things in here. So I'm going to add some honey mustard, honestly just a little squirt. Not really much at all. Maybe half a tablespoon. Then I'm going to add some of this Cuban style spicy mustard. If you don't have this, you can also just use like spicy brown mustard. It really doesn't matter. Once again, just a little bit, maybe half a tablespoon. Then I'm going to take some minced onion and I'm going to add some of that in. I don't really measure it, just shaking it in. Then I'm going to do the same with some garlic powder. And then also, I'm going to add in, lastly, some parsley flakes. Honestly, this topping is not an exact science. You can use whatever spices that you and your family like. But I'm going to go ahead and stir this up. As you can see, it makes this kind of thick but liquidy consistency. And we're going to brush this over the top of our sandwich. So I'm going to take this silicone type brush and just start brushing the mixture over my sandwiches. You don't want them sopping wet, but you do want enough of this to really have a good flavor to the sandwiches, because without this, you know, they're just ham and cheese sandwiches. I mean, the sweet Hawaiian roll adds flavor, but this is what really makes them good. So you definitely want enough to where you can taste it. So just keep brushing that on. That should be plenty. I didn't even use it all, mostly, but not all of it. These are ready to go into the oven. They're going to go in for 20 minutes until the tops get crunchy and the cheese is melty. So these just come out of the oven. They're crunchy on top, and then as you can see, the cheese has melted and it's super gooey. So these are delicious. They're 5 points each. Now I know that's a little high, but honestly, they're worth it. They're super duper good. Here's my potato soup done. I ended up cooking it longer. It needs to be on high for about 6 hours. I always kind of forget how long I cook it. I'm horrible, but so anyway, I cooked it a little longer. 4 points per cup. This is a cup right here. So this will be 4 points. I'll have one slider for 5, and that'll be a 9-point dinner. This is so good, guys. Super good for cold weather, and it's like comfort food. So you should definitely give it a try. It is delicious, and I'm sure that you'll love it. You can also add some bacon bits or fat-free shredded cheese to make this even more delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed the recipe, and I hope that you'll give these a try. If you do give these recipes a try, definitely let me know down in the comments section and let me know what you thought about them. We personally love these recipes. We had the soup and sandwiches last night on a really cold Kentucky evening, and they were absolutely perfect. So I hope that you and your family enjoy them as well. Now, as always, I will have the recipe typed out in my description box. That way you can screenshot it easily and refer to it later if you want to make it. Also, thanks again, Kelly, for inviting me to join in on this collaboration, and thank you for hosting the collab. If you came over from any of the other ladies' channels, thank you so much. If you're interested in my content, feel free to subscribe. I would really appreciate it and love to have you as part of my YouTube family. And definitely don't forget to head over to the links in my description box to check out the other awesome YouTube channels and to get some more fall-inspired crock-pot recipes. So, without further ado, thank you so much for watching today's video. Feel free to give it a like. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that if you're interested. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.